Come on! Here comes the big yellow machine. Wheels falling off. And I'm right in the middle of the sunflower maze. Got a wee party of cows following me this morning. Morning, Holly! What a beast! Big breakdown. Is the drill working there? So at 8:30 just now, started combining at about 8. So Dunk's in the combine, Kevin's carting in, we're still at oilseed rape, so just need one to drive in. Keeping the pit filled up, the new shed I was just pushing it up, really needing that grain pusher, but I've not built it and I've not really got time in the next couple of days. So don't know what's going to happen with that, I need to get it built at some point. Animals are all fed, need to start shifting some more stuff to do with the sunflowers. There's someone coming at 10 o'clock to work up there at the sunflowers, get a few things prepared, so that'll help as well. And then hopefully I'll get most of the sunflower stuff set up today and tomorrow, open Friday possibly. Just keeping the pit full. We kind of leave an open gap, and then Kevin will get his trailer reversed in here. There's still a pile there and still a pile there. That'll be enough to keep the pit, get it filled up. Calves are needing a wee bit of creek feed, so top that off this morning. It's not empty, but don't want to run it dry. If you run it dry and then leave it, when you fill it up again, they'll kind of gorge themselves. They'll just eat and eat and eat, and it can kill them. So as long as you keep plenty of feed in it and they can just nibble away at it and they're never starving hungry, then you'll be fine. These cows are total greedy bandits. You open that door to fill it and their head is straight in. No messing about, chomping as fast and as quick as possible until you get the lid shut again. They'll only be out here, the calves, for another 4 or 5 weeks. This, I've made this slightly wider, well a good bit wider, because there's a couple of calves like those two right there. They're quite big, and originally the gap was this size. It didn't really fit through there, so I've opened it up a bit, and I just need to keep an eye out for these coos, that they don't try and get in there and get stuck in there. That's Kev just dropped off the first load of the morning. If the screen was clean you'd see it. That's it in there, dumped it in the gap, right on the pit, perfect. Desperately needing a grain pusher made, especially for the oilseed rape, because you can't run on it, you can't run into it, you can't get it as high. No leaks, considering this is oilseed rape, it's pretty good. If it doesn't leak with oilseed rape, it won't leak with anything that we do. Went along all the holes, so you can actually bolt these down to the floor if you want. There's holes there to do that. But we weren't going to do that, so someone suggested I put tape over them, and I hadn't thought about that until they mentioned it. So taped all the holes so they won't fill with seed. There's holes at the top, isn't there? Damn. I can still get along the top, I'll just have to climb up and tape them separately. Maybe that's the holes he was talking about. Getting another bucket of wood chips, take it up to the sunflowers. We've got a spare big trailer at the moment, so Dad's just been filling that with oilseed rape straight out the spout or from the bucket, and then dumping it in there. Saves kind of driving around every bucket with a forklift. Someone was asking why we don't do that when we're putting barley down in the shed below, and it's just really because you have to park the trailers under the spout, and you have to keep moving them every 5 minutes, or every 5 minutes to spread it out on the trailer, and then you can't do that all through the night, can you? So it's beneficial sometimes. We sometimes do, not that often. That's Edward's arrived to check that valve up the top and sort it. It's basically a linear actuator. It pushes a valve one way or the other depending on what's needed. Hopefully I've got a spare one in their van right now. It's not awful because you can fill it, dry it, cool it, and then when it goes to switch to empty, the dryer's basically waiting on a signal from the valve to say it can start again. So when it gets to that stage, it just shuts down. So as soon as you hear it, because you can hear it up at the house or anywhere over the yard, you can hear it. As soon as you hear it shut down, you can go and manually switch the valve. It's frustrating and annoying, but it's still, you don't lose a huge lot of time other than running through the night. Hear that noise? That means it's working again. So they replaced the actuator. I'll go up later and have a look. I've not been up, which is good. Hopefully no breakdowns now for the rest of the harvest would be great. They're off twice in 2 days. Hopefully not again this season. Currently taking this axle and making a bit of a trailer out of it. I've got a drawbar and then the same profile box section should fit in the end. I've got a piece, but it doesn't quite fit yet because some of the edges are rounded off of it. And I'll just get the die grinder and give it a whirl around there and clean off the edges, and hopefully it'll slide in no problem. Cleaned the edges, but it still won't go in. I think basically you can see this edge, it's not quite bang straight, it's kind of warped in the way a bit. I don't know how I'm going to fix that because it is really tight. Plan's changed. Cutting some steel in here because I'm just going to go over the top, put a piece of steel here, and then use these bolt holes that are already there to slide it into there and put a bolt through there, and that'll hold it on and keep it square from twisting on the axle. If I was doing it properly, like I was building a trailer from scratch, wouldn't do it this way, but just kind of a quick thing so I can use it this afternoon, get it done ASAP, and might make a trailer out of it through the winter. Clamped up, ready to weld. You can see how it works there. Don't know how straight I'll keep it once you tighten this bolt down. Soon find out. That's that bit welded on, so I'll just put this, slot that bar in between, put the bolt through it, and it can be used as an axle. And I'll just keep it as that for now and strap to it. Okay, it's definitely a botcher, but it's not bad. Just need to fill it with wood chips so I can cart them out into the walk, because I want to be walking 20 minutes out every time to take a wheelbarrow full. So we have to fill it up with that and just drive out with a quad bike. Does the job. I've just strapped this to the axle that I've made. It's made it out in one piece, still on there. Not bad. I retied that bit and it's a bit more solid now. Anyway, going to just pick up all these stocks that I've ran down. This is going to be one of the areas we'll put wood chips down, and this will be a game, either jumbo Jenga or horseshoe. That's this bit cleared, well worth the trailer. That'd be a nightmare to take out with a wheelbarrow back and forward, and I've got another 5 or 4 sections to do. They're coming. There's one, there's another one over there, and there's one in the far distance right in the middle there. You can't quite make it out. Just phoned the boss, he's coming up with a forklift bucket so I can empty these into it. So I've still got quite a lot to do and don't want to just run back and forward. Just get a bucket dumped here and just dump them all into the bucket, and then once I've got them all I can take the bucket away, get rid of them. Here it comes, the big yellow machine. Looks really small next to that big old shed, big new shed. Another open section, so the path goes around there and comes out this way and then just kind of cut across the corner. And I put a game in here, probably jumbo Jenga in here. The other one will be the horseshoe. Just ran it down with a quad bike. The trailer just took off. The trailer's really light and easy, so I'll just spin it around because I'll be heading out that way. Fill it up again with all these stocks. It's pretty well balanced, this trailer, essentially. Easy to move it about. Load number 2. They're just about 2 loads will fill the wee bucket of the forklift, to be honest. That's 2 loads, bucket full. I need to go and empty this. I'll just dump this trailer off, I've taken it off. Go get the forklift, empty that and bring back a fresh empty bucket, and we've got another 2 sections to clear. Another load, probably done about 4 or 5 today. Doesn't come in too quick, the rain. This wee open section, I've just opened it up. I'm going to put a height marker there. There's some quite tall ones there, they'll be about 6.5 foot at the moment, 7 foot. That'll be perfect in there. That leaves me 1 more bit to clear. Got my secateurs, ordered them last night, 3 or 4 sets at 10:30. Arrived here at 1 o'clock today. Thank you, Mr. Amazon man. Bundles collected, area cleared. So I'll whip round the trailer, put all these into the trailer, and then wood chip round here. Still need to put wee bales round about this big bale. Tell you what, my wee trailer is an absolute beast. It's an old water trough that was lying about, sitting on some old steel between some old wheels off an old tatty net roller, with an old axle or hitch was lying in the workshop, and a ratchet strap. I'll take that. That's a decent load, that. Wonder what the axle capacity is. I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say 500 kilo certified. Right, now it's time for hay bales. Chuck them in my wee trailer. I'm really chuffed with that trailer. Take them out to where I need them to be. Also, they're finished combining, so Duncan and Kev have been combining this morning. It's about 3 o'clock now, so they're finished off at the rape. And Kevin's going to chuck the topper on. We're going to top that field. People need to walk across that, so we'll top it, then I'll take them over and make a more kind of delicate path within it. Need to take the Highlanders out of there, so they don't end up just walking down the road. And Dunk's just going to clean off a combine, fill it with diesel, and he's done for the day. Dad's down at the dryer, just keeping things going down there and shifting rape down into the bottom shed. First load of bales. Some seriously tall sunflowers around this area. That's kind of one of the reasons actually why we didn't bother making this a proper maze. Because if you've got a proper maze in a 10-acre field of sunflowers this height and you don't know the trail like I do, it's like so easy to get lost. Just trying to get these Highlanders down into the bottom field so I can shut them off. Go! Come on! That's them in. Shut this gate, keeps them out of this field, keeps the dung off the ground. My famous dog trainer's having a shot on the quad bike. He's abandoned his dog. Container, grouted. All the tiles are grouted. Countertops in. Folds up when the door shuts, so it's flush. There's the batoned front. We'll need to get a varnish on there. Starting to make progress. We'll have a unit down here for kind of working on till area. Pizzas over the top. Pizza oven. Refrigerated unit. And the rest is all to get painted. Now just going to fill up my wee trailer with some wood chips. So I can wood chip the game areas. The only thing, this could do with a wee like hatch door or something. But it's a good trough, I don't want to put a hole in it. So I've got a cage down in the yard. I'll need to make the axle like 30mm wider and the cage would have fit perfectly, but it didn't. One area is chipped. Used 1 trough and a half of wood chips on there, so I'm talking about 6 or 7 troughs to do all the areas. Just dumped some wood chip around the corner at the second bit for putting wood chip. There's 2 more bits to put wood chip at. Tea's ready, so going for some grub, keep me going again. Really need to get all this done tonight, well as much as I can tonight, because tomorrow will be at Oats, so I'll need to drive the trailer tomorrow. Me and Kev, because of our rape, it was kind of slow today, so Kev can do it on his own. I'll need to be at the trailer tomorrow and the day after, and then that takes us to Friday, opening on Saturday, so it's a lot to do. So just trying to hammer on tonight, get enough of it done that I feel like I can get the rest of it done by Saturday. That's the field topped, Kev topped that, and if the weather's dry, which it is at the moment, people can just park in that field and they won't get stuck. It's not a huge disaster if someone gets stuck. We've got the kit to get them out, but maybe just stick to the 4x4s in that field. Girl who's going to run the sunflower maze, she's been making up signs today. Making a sunflower up there, a nice big welcome sign. Getting on, there's a couple more to do and then we're there. Blackboard, which is the other side of that, still needs blackboard paint. Update in here yesterday, so he's put up the batons in here as well. Not sure when he did that because I didn't help him put those up. He's sheeted all of this, he's still got 1 block to sheet, and then it's all to be insulated and then sheeted on this side as well. And the roof as well above that, it all needs a membrane of damp proofing. Sun's going down, it's going to be dark soon. Hopefully I don't get lost in this flipping maze. Just get a big view of it. It's quite nice. Just wait until all the yellow comes. It'll be even nicer. Opens on Saturday, so hopefully there's a lot of yellow by then. Tuesday today. Banking on it. Dad's made a fair dent in that pile, getting through it now. Probably get it all finished tomorrow. And then we're combining oats tomorrow, so straight in behind it with oats. Just going to go and shift a block, a couple of these blocks into place, and keep the rate coming out a wee bit more. These blocks. Wall shifted. Dad was shifting a wall in earlier and he realised why I didn't get that many done the other day. They take a bit of heaving and hoeing and toing and froing. I've had a shocker. Seeing as when I made the axle, originally it was just going to have a bail on it and just quickly tack welded and didn't clean anything. Well, what I've been doing is cowping that trailer upside down to get all the wood chips out, just so I can get them out quick, because it doesn't tip or anything like that. And wheels falling off, and I'm right in the middle of the sunflower maze. I've just shoved it back in. I'm going to hope the fact that this is kind of putting downwards pressure onto that bar and it's got a bearing in there, it won't just slide straight out. We'll soon find out. Got the wood chips out though. It's staying on. Do I risk doing another load with it, or do I fix it? Better fix it. Just got Dad to come out with a forklift now. This is going to be the sunflower wall, and then we're going to quickly make the kind of tunnel entrance. Finish a few things. We have a tunnel. Left it strategically wide enough to get the forklift bucket down to put wood chips down there. Gonna grab, it's quite dark now actually, can't see a thing when the lights off. Grab the quad bike. There you go. There's the sunflower wall. Grab the quad bike, there's the start. I'm gonna put a start sign on that bale. Still need to put out more hay bales. Still got some wood chips to do, but the wheel fell off my trailer. But it's, well, you can't see, but it's still on. Thanks for watching. I'm in front of the lights at the moment on the quad bike because it's dark. Subscribe and like. I don't really know how many I want to hit in the near future. I was trying to get 1,000 before harvest, for the end of harvest, sorry, and we smashed that. So I don't know, 2,000 by the end of harvest. I think we can go further than that. 2.5, 3, 3. Three's optimistic. We'll go 2.5. Nah, 3. Right, 3,000 by the end of harvest. See what happens. And we're out. Home time. Oh yeah, there's cattle to go for in the morning.